We in these hot ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot.
She really look. I'm not one for the whole. Investigate her. Like I'm not one for that. But this is cross. This is low class. She is low class. Like, they are trying to normalize ghetto, and this is how you talk with your friends, not at a presentation for a human rights campaign. Disgusting.
About him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey.
Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett has ignited a firestorm of.
And Ana Kasparian is going to report on that firestorm that Jasmine Crockett has ignited, because Ana Kasparian found Jasmine Crockett to be disgustingly insane for doing this. I mean, I'm sure she kind of waters down her messaging here, but at the same time, she does eviscerate the people who are following her, like on Twitter and things like that, on the left, who gave her a hard time for saying that this behavior was inappropriate. We all know that Ana Kasparian is not a friend to the left anymore, but does have a bunch of leftist viewers. I mean, her audience is the left, supposedly, so they weren't too thrilled with her response to Jasmine Crockett's behavior of making fun of disabled people. I didn't know that was okay.
Backlash after referring to Texas Governor Greg Abbott as Governor Hot Wheels, which was a reference to the fact that he uses a wheelchair, although she now denies that. We'll get to her denial in just a minute.
Oh, come on.
I know, the denial is even worse, believe me. Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. But ironically, she did make that remark at the awards dinner for the Human Rights Campaign. This took place on Saturday, but it's going viral today. Now, Abbott, for those who don't know, and to be honest, I didn't even know the story behind why he's in a wheelchair, but he was actually paralyzed back in
Just real quick, before she tells the story about why he's in a wheelchair, and I'm sure there's something very heroic or something about. Look, I'm not an Abbott fan too, by the way, but I don't need to know why somebody's in a wheelchair. I don't think that making fun of people in wheelchairs is funny, no matter how they got there. But again, but it is good, for the show. Obviously, let's get the explanation. By the way, guys, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you to every eye that lands on these videos.
1984, he was on a jog and an oak tree fell on him and paralyzed him. Now, you should also know the part of the story where he effectively sued the tree company behind the tree and now has like these insane payments every year as a result of winning that lawsuit, like $500,000 a year. I'm not even kidding. It's a lot.
Wow.
So, but hold on. But then he changed the laws in the state to make it even more difficult for people who suffer a similar fate from being able to sue corporations or companies.
Of course. So,
I need the full story on that before I start, of course. But let me just say, I don't think it's silly at all. I don't think that it's crazy that he did that. Sorry, he could have died. Clearly, something wasn't done. Somebody didn't cut the tree properly. An oak tree just doesn't fall for no reason. They probably were cutting the tree and half cut it, and then it fell. There was a reason why that happens. I got a tree outside my house right now, and that thing is not just falling, okay? So I don't think he's wrong for that. The man had to be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. That's a lot. That is a lot. What? So I'm not going to make fun of that. The rest of the story, I don't know. I don't know what happened or, about the law that he changed, because people always have a way of reporting a thing to make it sound like it's good for them. I am not a fan of Abbott, but I'm not going to go there with that.
That's worth mentioning in the story.
Yeah, when you cross the bridge, you burn it right after. That's the Republican way.
I think that they're being pretty disgusting right now. I'm sorry.
So, look, I don't know the specifics of that. And I don't begrudge him the money. I mean,
no, me either.
Yeah, he got paralyzed,
yeah.
Right? So, but Republicans always say tort reform. Too many losses. And by the way, what's Trump doing now? I'm suing CBS. I'm suing ABC. I'm suing everybody. I sue. What happened?
God, he hasn't been back in a while. I forgot the way he sounds when. We've been covering Anna, mostly talking. Chank's been out there groveling to the right. and then coming back and acting like this. He act like he wasn't just in Texas, all up in Glenn Beck's face and Dr. Phil's face and everybody else's face begging for money. And then he comes back and he does this. Like, he's such a clown show. Like, calm down. And why hasn't he taken Ozempic yet? And allegedly liabilities. I'm not telling anybody what to take, nor am I making fun of Cenk Uygur. I am not against somebody taking it for a little bit, not forever, and doing what they need to do. I'm just saying, you trying to get the paper, right? Like, I got to do what I got to do. I'm just saying.
They hurt my feelings. Elon Musk. No, my feelings were hurt. I was called a thief. Sue. What happened to tort reform, guys? So those are legitimate ways to criticize Abbott, Musk, and you don't have to be polite about it. We just did it right now. Then there's the out of bounds way of criticizing.
So I want to actually play that video again so everyone can watch it before I get to Jasmine Crockett's statements about it. So just cue that up. Don't play it yet. Cue it up. Some of the backlash she received came in the form of Republican members of Congress basically trashing her, going after her. Marjorie Taylor Greene is one of them, saying absolutely shameful. I mean, it's hilarious coming from Marjorie Taylor Greene, who has said all sorts of insidious, disgusting things about all sorts of people, but nonetheless, absolutely shameful. Jasmine Crockett is the face of the Democrat Party, and they all support her. Just let her talk, because the ads write themselves, and America finds out everything they need to know about who the Democrats really are.
Okay, like, the show has to stop. What I will say is this. I didn't like that she did that at a human rights campaign, and then she's about to tell a bunch of lies about why she did it, okay? But also, look, hey, I don't want to say I fell in love with Trump. I was enthralled by his when he was a machine back before the first term. This was when I was still a Democrat, and he would bust on anybody. Like, you know, this rally, and I know everybody's like, oh, I wasn't making fun of the guy calling him, you know, the R word or whatever. The reason why I don't say it's because YouTube. Like, you know, I'm sure he tries to fix it. He was busting on his hands. Like, come on, y'all. Okay? Come on. The only reason why I think that this is disgusting is because it's like it's had a human rights. I mean, both ways I wouldn't do it, but I didn't go when Trump did that. I wasn't like, oh my God, he's the worst person. Oh, he should be ashamed of himself. Oh, that's what all the Republicans are. No, I was just like, this is like, he doesn't care. Like, F it, he doesn't care. So she has that in her. So I just don't like ghetto stuff, but I don't think that I'm ghetto more than I'm straightforward. I'm not buzzing on somebody in a wheelchair or doing weird things with my arms. I'm definitely not. I'm a nurse, so I'm not doing it. But there are people who are just don't care. Trump is like that. So Marjorie, chill out. Like, just chill out.
Now, I don't think it was a good idea for Jasmine Crockett to say it. I thought it was a gross statement. I don't think she needed to attack the fact that he's in a wheelchair. I think that's a cheap shot, and it's a lazy insult. It's also demeaning, degrading to other disabled people in this country. Abbott is a target-rich environment. There are substantive ways to attack him, political ways to attack him, without, resorting to making fun of the fact that he's in a wheelchair.
She probably was drunk. It's like we live in a clown show anyway, right? Like, I mean, literal, like, you know what I mean? Like, leaks coming out with emojis of bombs and stuff. Like, the girl probably was drunk and did too much. It's not okay, though. I don't want to normalize this behavior. Like, what the hell, man?
Chair. But nonetheless, when she was reached out to by Politico, they asked, like, what's going on here? Her statement to them was that my statement speaks for itself. That was the initial response from her, right? But now she's realizing, okay, maybe there are some Democrats who are uncomfortable with this as well. So she released another statement. I'm going to read it verbatim. I wasn't thinking about the governor's condition. I was thinking about the planes, trains, and automobiles he used to transfer migrants into communities led by black mayors, deliberately stoking tension and fear among the most vulnerable. I don't believe that for a second.
No way.
You called him Governor Hot Wheels. In fact, let's watch it again.
We in these hot-ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing
need to see it like 2 minutes before. Because what does she mean when it's hot ass Texas? I guess, is she really hot? I mean, her face is shining. And I heard Texas is pretty hot. But I think I need to see it again. Like a little bit before. I also don't think that this was necessarily the dress that she should have wore. Or it probably should have had more of a bone to... Okay, y'all didn't ask me for that.
Hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey.
In regard to the hot ass mess statement, she says literally the next line I said was he was a hot ass mess, referencing his terrible policies. At no point did I mention or allude to his condition. But what does Hot Wheels mean, Jasmine? Like, I can't stand the denials. I can't stand, just own it. You said it, own it. If you...
And about to be like, I don't speak Ebonics, Jasmine. Like, I believe that it would mean you're talking about his wheels. I can't.
think it was a bad idea now that you're getting the backlash, just apologize for it and everyone's going to forget and move on. Like, why can't we just make it simple?
Yeah. So, look, I've said in the past, I like her aggressive attitude. We need a lot more in the Democratic Party. I like when she says things like hot ass, like people in the past. I was like, oh, that's not.
Yeah, but you don't need to say it on the podium of a, very, I mean, come on. This is like a human rights event thing. Everybody has pretty dresses on and stuff. Like, there's just no decorum. But decorum to black people like her, not anybody who I run with. Like, but the decorum to black people like her is like, it is like, that's white people stuff. Like, I don't gotta act like that. I don't care if or she might be getting paid to do this. She might be getting paid to be a minstrel show. I don't want to give her any excuses, but I just know how it goes too. I mean, it's just all a big show.
Don't attack him on being disabled. That's weird.
And for those
Right?
Democrats who do exist, thank you, because I felt super black-pilled by this story as I saw people who didn't hesitate to jump down my throat over the slightest issue, okay, not even close to anything like this, defending her for this.
Of course.
Today. I was just like, oh, it's okay to make fun of disabled people now. Okay, if the disabled person is someone we don't like because of their politics, I guess we could say whatever we want to them. So are you gonna now call, Candace Owens the N-word? Is that okay? Like, it's just dumb. You have to be consistent on these things.
Let me look up Emma Vigeland. Let me see if she hasn't blocked me yet. I didn't troll Emma Vigeland, but I had a little fun one day. Maybe she didn't, but all of a sudden I don't see her stuff. Let me look her up because she might be talking about Emma Vigeland. Let's go to Twitter world, guys. So we've come into Twitter world. Now, first of all, Brandon, calm down. Like, Trump didn't make oh God. So I don't know what Anna's talking about. Literally the only people talking about this was like, I don't see Emma Vigeland certainly didn't say anything about this. It's just the right wing who's like literally going off about it. Of course, calling her ghetto. It was a ghetto move though. Like, I can't even be mad. What is Anna saying? Let me see. I looked up Emma Vigeland. She didn't even talk about it because she's probably like, I can't defend it. So therefore, I shall just not say anything. Let me check the Vanguard. Like, literally nobody said anything. You know what I love though? Look, while we're here, studio execs are upset that everyone's sick of lazy live action remakes, so they're blaming Zegler. Yo, dog, everybody, even the right and the left, are actually uniting on this Snow White movie for different reasons. One reason is the left, Gal Gadot being in the IDF. And then with the right, it's like, we don't want woke movies anymore. So it's just kind of funny to see how these things always somehow come together. Nobody's talking, Anna... Girl, don't do that. She said my people was mad at me because I said da-da-da-da. Girl, and now you're starting to get hysterical like her, Anna. It's a little hysterical, okay? Stop lying to your audience and making yourself feel like you know, you're some sort of victim here. The story had nothing to do with you, and somehow you reeled your way into it. But thanks for the content, Anna. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.